Merry Christmas. Brian Dean Wright is a Democrat. He's a former CIA officer, and he joins us tonight. So I wonder, Brian, why it's so hard to come to a consensus, a real consensus, that something needs to be done, and no more fake solutions. The wall, the length of the Mexican border, I don't know. But I know that nothing we've tried has been serious. It's a joke. It's a joke that both parties are in on. Why can't we just decide we're going to take this seriously?
Because I think fundamentally each side has reasons not to take it seriously, right? So look, we have 1,000, right? We have 1,000 to 3,000 people who cross the southern border every single day. Now, that should be a starting point to say what we're doing now isn't working. Now, the Democrats are proposing $1.3 billion, just like they did last year and the years prior. What that tells me is my party is saying, look, let's just keep doing business as usual, even though business as usual is getting us 3,000 people across the border every day. Now, that's just crazy. Now, everybody watching this program and most reasonable people will say, why are we doubling down on stupid? Why are we doubling down on broken? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So do you find it interesting that there really is a bipartisan consensus in Washington that we're not allowed morally to do anything about people streaming across our border? Like that somehow it's wrong, it's against what Jesus would do to protect our own country. Where does that impulse come from?
Well, I think it's something that I have in my heart, which is that I can love Jesus and love the law and love the border. And I don't think that those two things are a disconnect. They sure shouldn't be, right? So why are people using those kinds of talking points? Look, it's about inflaming passions so that we don't focus on facts, right? Because if we talk about America is Nazi Germany and we talk about that Trump is Hitler, then we don't really focus on the fundamentals, which is we got a lot of people coming across the border, most of whom do not speak English, most of whom do not have a high school education, who will be a net drain on the economy. That is a tough series of facts for anybody to have to deal with and to acknowledge and to be honest about. That's especially true for the Democratic Party, which, let's be very, very clear here, in the past 5 years, we've gone from being pretty normal about most border solutions to being absolutely crazy, where we have people in our party who openly advocate for open borders. So at the end of the day, it is hard for me to look in the mirror and embrace my Democratic Party, knowing full well that most of, or at least the progressive base, we don't want solutions. We just want continued chaos.
I feel the same way. Brian Dean Wright, thanks a lot for coming on tonight. Good to talk to you.
Sir. You bet.
Well, our ruling class has made it crystal clear in the last 24 hours that only one approach to